Suspect realizes his identical twin is a killer.
Don't walk a million miles, stuck in all alone. And at the promise, I'd have seen this shit before. Sooner or later, but the truth is gonna unfold. And if I die, I pray to God he take my soul.
On the 18th of July in Duluth, Georgia, and Janai Coleman was doing what she always did on Friday nights, waiting to pick up her daughter. She had parked her gold Dodge Stratus near Gwinnett Place Mall just outside Red Lobster, where her daughter was finishing her shift. This was her routine. Familiar, safe.
Chat,
That
we gotta play this with the lights off, bro. Yeah. It's not Halloween yet. Stop trying to make it scary. I'm not trying to make it scary. It was the glare. It was the glare, to be honest. The glare in my shit was pissing me off.
night, something was off. As Janai sat in her car, a man emerged from a nearby gas station with a gun in hand. Before she could even process what was happening, he was at her window, ordering her to get out of the car. Janai had no chance to react. Before she could even have time to plead or fight back, she heard a gunshot. A single, deafening blast echoed through the lot. The bullet had torn its way through Janai's chest. But the attacker wasn't done. He dragged her from the car and tossed her onto the pavement like she meant nothing, before speeding away in her vehicle, leaving her in a pool of her own blood as
Nigga shot in the car to pull her out when he could have just pulled her out and just left, or he could have pulled her out and shot. Now you got blood in the car.
she called out in pain for help. Some witnesses rushed to help Janai, while others called 911. When the paramedics arrived, they stabilized her, racing against time to save her life. But just 10 minutes into surgery, Janai succumbed to her injuries. The news shattered the Coleman family. Why would anyone want to kill her? A beloved mother, teacher, and friend who stayed in her lane, avoided trouble, and lived her life with kindness and purpose. So the detectives had just one question. Was this really just a carjacking? The act felt personal, too violent and too bold, more like a crime of passion. But little did they know the investigation was about to take a turn that no one saw coming. While detectives couldn't yet determine if this was a crime of passion or just a random carjacking, one thing was certain. They needed to find Janai's car. For nearly 24 hours, the search turned up nothing. But then, on the 19th of July, 2008, a call came in. Janai's gold Dodge Stratus had been found abandoned, sitting 30 miles away from the crime scene in Forest Park, Clayton County. The car was immediately towed to the crime lab, where forensic analysts began their meticulous examination. The inside of the vehicle looked untouched, nothing out of place, except for one thing. A cigarette butt was wedged under the driver's seat. Now that seemed insignificant at first, but once the detectives knew that Janai...
Nigga, so you did everything. You cleaned this bitch up, but you forgot a cigarette butt? Nigga, you didn't vacuum, nigga? Cause he did. He cleaned that bitch up. But you missed a cigarette butt. Them damn Newports, bro. If it was a vape, he would have made sure that bitch was good. He would have had that bitch. He would have found that motherfucker. That should get a red light or a blue light.
They didn't smoke, they realized that the cigarette could potentially belong to her killer. If they could extract DNA, they could find exactly who took Janai's life. But the detectives had no idea just how complicated this was about to get. So while forensic teams worked on extracting DNA from the cigarette, detectives turned their attention to the gas station across from the crime scene, hoping CCTV footage had captured the attack. But luck wasn't on their side, as the camera didn't cover the angle that Janai was murdered. So with no usable footage, the detectives turned to witnesses. A bus driver who had been near the scene at the time of the attack had heard the gunshot and then saw a black male dragging Janai out of her car before taking off in the stolen Dodge. She described the suspect as wearing khaki shorts and a white shirt with green sleeves. Luckily for the detectives, a man matching this exact description had been spotted in Forest Park, the same area where Janai's car had been dumped. At the same time, detectives got 2 pieces of surveillance footage of the man from 2 different locations. At the gas station store, the suspect was seen purchasing an item before leaving. But then, he came back to purchase a pack of Bunsen Light Lung cigarettes, the exact same brand of cigarettes that were found in Janai's car.
Welcome back.
Surveillance footage confirmed his movements, tracking him as he abandoned Janai's Dodge in Forest Park. So at this point, the detectives believed that they had everything they needed. They had a suspect, they had video evidence, and they had DNA from the cigarette. They were so close, yet so far from solving the case. When the forensic lab results came back, detectives were hit with a setback. The fingerprints found in Janai's car had no matches. The DNA from the cigarette? Also no matches. Their prime suspect was still a ghost in the system.
Nigga, so this was his first time doing this? This nigga first time taking somebody's life. I mean, let me stop saying that. This was his first crime? This nigga never went to jail before? And the first thing he decided to do is murder somebody. Yeah, okay. The screen got me turning colors. Fisher Price, my first unalive, man. Nigga, is you cool?
So with no name, no identity, and no criminal record to match, detectives had one last option: to turn to the public. So, detectives released the surveillance video of the man at the convenience store, hoping that someone would recognize him. By February of 2010, the case had long gone cold. But then, out of nowhere, a breakthrough. A notification from CODIS, the National DNA Database, popped up. The cigarette butt had finally found a match. The suspect had entered the system due to a recent drug conviction. The man was 50-year-old Donald Eugene Smith. He perfectly matched both the witnesses' descriptions and the surveillance footage. With a court order in place, detectives wasted no time, and on the 3rd of February 2010, nearly 2 years after Janai's murder, Donald Eugene Smith was arrested. But they were still far from justice for Janai, to say the least. With solid evidence linking Donald Eugene Smith to Janai Coleman's murder, detectives were confident that they had their guy. Now they just needed a confession. But what Donald said next, no one saw coming.
Okay, having these rights, you want to discuss it? I can explain to you.
Yeah, I would like you just to explain to me why I'm here.
Okay. Really, it's about this vehicle, okay? I'm going to ask you questions. Have you ever seen this vehicle before or been in it?
No, I have not.
Have you ever met this woman before in your life?
No, I haven't.
Vehicle you said you've never seen before? Mm-hmm. And the woman you've never seen before?
Yes.
Okay. Your DNA ended up in that car.
That's interesting because my DNA couldn't have been in that car because I've never been in that car.
Though it is normal for suspects to deny involvement in a crime, there was something different about this one. The detectives had all the evidence facing Donald, and he just looked him in the face and said no.
If he analyzes what he says right now, I mean, how his body language, if he analyzes his body language right now, he's going to say, usually suspects who would say this and it wouldn't be true, they would slouch back in their seats and probably cover their face and have a weird twinkle in their eye and have a look in the, he's going to say that. But this nigga raises up, shoulders frontward, showing he's confident, and tells the police officer, looks him straight in the eye and tells him that he didn't do it. That's how you could tell that he's telling the truth.
Donald was adamant of his innocence, and the detectives definitely didn't like that.
The issue we're up against, I was hoping you said, yeah, I saw her, I used to work with her, we hung out for a minute, and that was it, but I left. When I left, she was very much alive. Well, something like that we can somewhat explain away. But when you say you did never even seen her before, how the hell did his DNA get in the car if he didn't even know her?
No, I don't know her. Never seen her.
Sensing that Donald was being deceptive, the detectives played the surveillance video they had of him. But this only boosted his confidence.
I have a picture basically on a computer I want you to look at and let me know if you recognize it as yourself or not, okay?
Sure.
This is the day I'm talking about. You recognize it?
Was it with this guy right here?
Yeah. You're saying that's not me?
That is definitely not me. I don't have a shirt like that. I only can't see the face of the person, but that's not me.
Yet again, Donald stood his ground. So the detectives brought out their next card.
Detective
And
about
this
to cook him up.
time, Donald's response
This nigga don't
threw
know.
the case
This nigga don't know he has a twin, bro. That's weird.
onto a twisted journey that no one expected.
Your cell phone number at the time was 404-200.
Correct?
No, that was not mine. That was my brother's phone number.
Oh shit.
Okay, does he live in Gwinnett County?
Yes, he does.
And what's your brother's name, sir?
Ronald. Donald Ronald.
Is
Donald
he
Ronald.
older, younger? Does he live at the same address as your parents? Different?
He's my twin.
Twin?
Yeah.
Like born at the same time or down?
Gang. Hey, it's the fact that the detective had to know. The detective had to question him again. What you mean? He's your twin? Y'all was born at the same time? Like twin? They ain't going that. Fuck you talking about? That nigga said, y'all was born at the same time. I'm fucking crying.
Like born at the same time, like identical twins, yeah.
Okay.
Detectives were convinced that Donald was just playing games, but if this was a game, it was a very expensive one.
DNA is split between two twins. It's indistinguishable. They share DNA, identical twins.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been in that car.
For me or Detective Cruz, how would your DNA get in that young lady's car?
I've never don't know the young lady, never seen her. There would have to be somebody who shares my DNA, obviously.
Conclusion, I'm jumping to what you're saying. If it's somebody shared DNA, then it will have to be either you or your brother.
Obviously.
What's phone? What color is his phone?
Well, hold on. I'm not going to implicate nobody else in no crime.
You're not implicating. I'm just asking what color is your brother's phone.
Do you know where he's staying?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do.
Where is that, sir?
I don't know. Well, because now I guess he's going to be the suspect.
No, I need to talk to him.
If your brother did something that stupid, you need to go ahead and just extricate yourself from the whole situation.
You're right. I don't think I need counseling on that. This is a difficult moment.
I understand.
Previously that you would do a polygraph. Do you want to just do that?
No, what I want to know. Now, when I refuse this test, you going to go ahead and book me and take me over where you're going to take me to?
Right now you aren't charged. You are under arrest. I'll tell you what, I'll just go ahead and give you some time. You want some fresh water?
No.
Donald indeed had a twin brother. But were the two accomplices? Or was Donald trying to throw his brother under the bus? Or is he telling the complete truth? Hoping to find out, the detectives ran a polygraph test, and Donald failed woefully.
Now, obviously,
Damn.
let me show you the video before. Obviously, you didn't. You said it wasn't you. You had mentioned to me that you felt strongly it was your brother.
Yeah, that's my twin. Now, in light of the fact that I've taken this polygraph, I had no reservations about taking that whatsoever. The lady says that it showed deception when she was asking me the questions. The only thing I kept seeing was my brother doing something like that. It's devastating, actually. As if anyone that we know, mother and father, was to see that same video, anybody that we know that that's him and not me. Not only by demeanor, but certainly by dress.
The detectives played the CCTV footage for Donald's sister, mom, and dad, asking them to identify which of the twins was in the footage. And they said it was indeed Ronald in the footage. Additionally, on a smoke break from the interrogation, Donald hand-rolled his cigarettes, something entirely different from the brand found in Janai's car. So now the detectives were confused because Ronald had no criminal history, so everything pointed to Donald.
And it's like you fucked if you're fucked either way. You feel me? Because first of all, if I had a twin, I would tell my twin, you can't get in no trouble, bro. You can't get in no trouble because you're fucked either way, bro. Regardless, if you do some bullshit, I'm fucked. If I do some bullshit, you're fucked.
Ronald was called in for an interview, which he refused, and then he began to dodge the police. They eventually found him hiding in his parents' home. The detectives had focused all of their efforts on Donald, but now, for the first time, Ronald became their new focus. On the 5th of February 2010, Ronald was arrested and brought in for interrogation.
We're in a detention type situation, okay?
Can you, whatever you're gonna say, could you put it on hold for just a little while?
Why is that?
Can you? You say I'm gonna be here for hours, and can you just put it on hold for a little while? I think you need to draw some blood or something.
You want him to draw the blood first?
Just,
Well, you tell me what you want to do. I mean, I want to talk to you, but before I can talk to you, I gotta read you your rights.
Well, you don't have to arrest me right now.
What do you mean I don't have to?
Well,
What do you mean, Ron? Explain to me. I mean, I have to get this done. This is just a formality, and then we can just talk, and that's fine. If you tell me come back in a little while, I'll come back in a little while. But I have to do this by law. I have to.
well, you wasn't by law when you was.
We were sitting down talking, and we were having a smoke. I have to advise you of your rights. The fingerprints have come back, okay, and the fingerprints are a match. So for us to discuss the matters of the fingerprints and the other things, I have to advise you of your rights. Okay? You have the right to remain silent.
I'm just combobulated right now. I can't.
Okay. All right. I'll leave you with your thoughts, and then I'll come back in and you let me know. But you do understand what I've just read to you, right?
I understand.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, one other thing. So,
Yes.
so then my brother can be released?
The truth, though, was that the detectives couldn't release Donald until they were absolutely certain that neither of the brothers was playing games.
Okay.
I'll get a different phone for you to use. Unless you want to use yours. I mean, it's your minutes. It's up to you.
I might as well burn him up.
Okay. I'll get it for you. Sit tight.
Hey, a whole lot has happened. They'll be letting Donald go as soon as possible. I ain't going nowhere no time soon. I was trying to get them to at least let Donald go tonight, but it just can't happen quite that fast because it actually made a warrant out for him. So it has to be a process where the district attorney has to get in touch with the judge. It's not like where they can just automatically just release him.
So this nigga he's in his right mind and he killed this woman? What the fuck? This nigga's in his right mind and he killed this woman.
But then he's trying to do it before Monday. He's trying to do it. He said he was going to try to do it tonight, but I don't know how it's going to work out. But what? Yeah. Was a search warrant. The charge is murder. Don't look too good. I hate to say that, but no, it don't look too good. Damn, I can't, but my little time is running up on this phone. I tell you this, Dad. I'm in deep shit. Yes, oh yes. Oh yes.
Was this something accidental? There's something like that I can almost understand, and I guess that's the question he's saying. Accidental makes more sense, and that's what he was alluding to. You seem to have so much emotion right now. Obviously, you care for someone for 45 years. That's something more that I can understand, but just looking for some understanding.
What was said? What was said that made you, that either set you off? Yeah, I guess the only words I could say, like maybe set you off or angered you or upset you for things to have gone the way that they did.
I'm not prepared to go into nothing like that.
What do you?
I'm just not prepared to go into nothing like that right now. I'm just not.
Or just because emotionally you can, or is it draining, or?
No, I'm just not prepared to give any kind of a statement.
Okay. Do you know when maybe you might be prepared to talk to us about it? You need some time?
I need to get past the hard
The what, I'm sorry? Would you like to see your brother?
I just want my brother to go.
Your brother really wants to see you. He misses you and he's worried about you. He asked me, can I see my brother? I really like to see my brother. Those are the exact words out of his mouth. I want to see my brother.
You talked to him today?
He's right next door. He's sitting in that room right there.
Are you serious?
I swear to you. I swear to you. He wants to see you.
But you can't let him go.
Nigga, how long his brother been in there? In that room, how long his brother been in there? The same. Hold on, let's see. What's this? 1815. Oh, it's the same day. Okay.
Out there from another state. She had 3 little adopted children, okay? 4 feet.
I'll tell you that he loves you. And that he's going to be here for you.
Not right now.
So you want me to go next door and tell him that he's 4 feet away from his brother in cancer?
Yeah, tell him that.
All right. I'll go over there and tell him. Why don't you get some water, gather yourself together, and see your brother.
From the moment that Ronald stepped into the police station, it was obvious that something was off. He was visibly restless, and that phone call that he made to his loved ones did not seem to make things better. Detectives saw an opportunity, and they thought that the best way to break Ronald down was to put him face to face with Donald. But before bringing him in, they did this.
I wanted to, I don't know if you knew this woman, but this is the woman, okay? And her name was Janai, okay? She had 3 adopted children, all right? She was a school teacher. Her family begged me just to find out what happened. They begged me. And they're very religious people. And they were more just wanted to know why than anger. And they stressed that to me. Okay? Her cousin's a deacon, out there from another state. She had 3 little adopted children, okay? They just wanted to know.
Man, we not trying to hear that bullshit, nigga. That nigga is... My bad, chat. Rest in peace to her. But I'm saying, like, gang, if he not gonna give you no confession, he not gonna get no confession. That's just it. You trying to pull out his heartstrings and shit. If he don't want to tell y'all, he don't have to say a motherfucking thing.
Why? And I promised them I would at least ask the why. And I perceived it to be accidental, okay? But I don't know. And I promised them I would ask why. I told him I thought it was an accident. I'll be honest with you.
Bro, we not trying to hear.
Right,
he's not trying to hear that, bro.
I can't. I swear I just can't say it right now.
Okay. Will you let me know, okay? Please? Because I made them a promise I would try to just know why.
Okay.
They don't even care about anything else, but just
you tried.
What happened.
Good job, brother. Good job. Go tell them you tried.
If you need something, just knock on the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Can
you need a tissue bag?
Trying to push for a confession, the lead detective used Reed Interrogation Technique 7, offering Ronald a socially acceptable reason for the crime. Usually, most suspects jump at this chance, eager to minimize their guilt. But Ronald was so devastated that he shut down completely. So, they sent in Donald.
Look.
Hey, dude. You gonna be alright? It's gonna have to be. I'll tell you what's gonna happen, though. When they take you to the jail, process you, you're gonna see a judge tonight. What time it is? They're gonna take you in front of one. There's a place over there. They'll be the same way, because I get 2:30 in the afternoon. I didn't get over there till, I don't know, 1 or whatever it was.
That night?
Yeah. Yeah, because they took me out to the scene of the crime and everything.
Nigga talking to nigga talking to himself. Hold on, let me get out the way. This nigga talking to himself, bro. Like what, bro? Like you really, a twin is really your fucking doppelganger, your fucking clone, nigga.
Where were you arrested at? Downtown, right by the corner with the where pick up my mail. That's how they knew where to come get me. And the reason they came and got me because of the DNA. We got the same DNA. Mine's in a database, federal database. Because once you're in the federal system, they take that shit before you get out.
I'm gonna go see a judge. That's the first thing that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Damn. So if he didn't get in trouble, he would be good. Like they could have, if they didn't get in trouble and they never got in a database, they would be good because it was 2 years until they found a match. How often do they motherfucking run that shit though? I wonder how often they do that. Because if a case is closed and is okay, what do you do? Like who brings the case back up to run it in a database?
You're gonna put you on suicide watch. They do it to all people with serious charges like that. And they put you in like a cell, got a lot of glass on it. And they put you in you'll be naked. Except for some gown. That's a padded gown. That's that, that's thick stuff. Just, strap it off. And then
Like a Velcro.
Yeah, and then a padded blanket on a little mat. But
Yeah.
They'll be there for at least 3 days, at least 72 hours. And then somebody come talk to you every day, but you'll be able to see them out there.
Dang, so his brother had to go through all that?
Don't give nobody no motherfucking right now. They got them motherfuckers running around in there, the good guards. I'm talking about looking like they getting ready to go on a battlefield. They got so much shit on them. I mean, unbelievable. And also, all of them got them little the guns.
I was demanding that you go, pretty much. I want you to go tonight. He said it's just a process that got to be go through or something, but I mean, because they're gonna let you go.
No, I know that.
But I was trying to get to do it like now. Let's go now. But it's something about once you was already a warrant was sworn out.
Yeah,
they have to go through and do the go through the district attorney or something. I said,
24. Hold on, did I not check the days? So this was different days?
Okay.
Why I'm here.
Okay. Really, it's
Oh,
it's
this
about
was 3 days. Okay.
Minimize their guilt. But Ronald was so devastated that he shut.
district attorney or something. I said, well, so does that mean till Monday?
No, sometime, I don't know.
And he said, wait, no, he said, it could happen tomorrow. He said it's a process that depends on the people.
But their plan didn't work. The twins refused to talk about important details. And when it became clear that they weren't getting anywhere, the detectives separated them again.
Difficult for you. I know there's a lot of things that are going through your mind and things that are processed.
Yeah, bro, he locked in with his brother, you feel me? Cause I'm gonna be 100 with you. I would be mad. I would be mad. 3 days, you feel me? Nigga, you're going into hiding. They had to come find you. You didn't turn yourself in. You feel me? I wouldn't expect you to just, you know, like put yourself but you know you did it. So I'm gonna need you to figure out how to get me out. You feel me? You don't have to go in that motherfucker and give a confession. Whatever. Just as long as they know it wasn't me. Turn yourself in, nigga. 3 days. That nigga been locked up for 3 days. That's fucked up, bro.
I understand that. However, this is our only opportunity to get what happened out there.
Suspect realizes his identical twin is the killer.
That people could understand. This is it. After we conclude here in the next few minutes, you'll be taken over to the county jail. And the next time that you see Detective Cruz will be in a preliminary hearing. And it'll be a different setting. He will present everything that he has on the case, which is overwhelming. When I mean video, the DNA,
more video,
the prints, the phone records, the video on the other end where you're seen getting out of the car, wearing the same exact clothing you were at the Quick Trip, the same clothing that the witnesses saw you at the bus stop. I mean, it's overwhelming. I mean, I can't put it any other way. That's why I stress to you the importance of why. People are going to ask. 12 jurors are going to say, okay, wait a second. Why did this happen? And they're going to look at us and we're going to explain. We sat with them. We gave them the opportunity. This is what happened. Some things went wrong.
See? And with me watching all of these shows and things of that nature, the first thing that comes to my head is don't say nothing. Cause if the glove don't fit, what do you say, Jack? You must have quit, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
I don't know.
Don't say nothing.
I don't know. You haven't been, the interaction I have with you, what happened out there just doesn't match up to you. But
like, what the thing is, the reason why they asked the why is so you can admit that you did it. Right now, they don't have him admitting that he did it. We know the guilt is there. We could see it. He's in there. He wants his brother out. It has to be a reason why he wants his brother out, but he hasn't admitted it. And with them getting a complete confession on why he did it, it would be an easy slam dunk. Without it, it's not.
Obviously, something went wrong. Something went wrong. I'd like to know. Detective Cruz would know. I don't know the family would. The family's not even mad at you.
Man, we not trying to hear that shit, bro.
The only thing that family looks
Hey, Chad, I know I keep saying that, bro. A woman lost her life, bro, and I'm taking that shit serious, bro. But come on, bro. Like, I just wish they would be real sometimes.
We're here, and things set you off that day that ended up with you in Forest Park, her here, and her not with her family anymore. Though that's what we're looking at when this is all said and done. She's not here. She has a bunch of children. She had 3 adopted children that she had. She was a church-going lady. She was sitting there waiting on her, I believe her daughter that worked at Longhorns, I believe.
Red Lobster.
I'm sorry, Red Lobster.
I thought he corrected. It's the other investigator. Bro, I thought he corrected him. I was finna say, nigga, you going to jail.
That's all she was doing, just waiting, minding her own business. And for some reason, her world and your world connected. The reasons why, I don't know. Do I want to know? Yes. I think everybody would like to know. It's important. I don't think you're a cold, calculated murderer. I don't believe that. But something, either she said, you guys had a disagreement, something went wrong at that car. And she's no longer here anymore. And All we're looking to do.
Bro ass is not doing a good job. I'm gonna be 100. He's not. He's not, bro. This nigga don't give a fuck about none of that. He doesn't care. He's not doing a good job. Like, you gotta have a different. Once you see that the sentimental way is not gonna work out, you gotta go about it a different way. Because all you doing is beating a dead horse. He's not finna budge with that. Y'all might have to get angry with this nigga and get aggressive with him. See if he get aggressive back with you, and then he let you know. I don't know, but the sad route ain't working.
Is essentially find out why.
He ain't dropped a tear. He ain't did nothing.
That's all we want to know.
And I want to say something. I want to say something. Smoke one cigarette.
Okay.
And
we'll come back and talk. Fair enough, Ron. You've been good. Somebody get me a smoke too. Yeah, have a smoke.
Ronald.
Jay, I ain't gonna cut. They want me to Look, you know how they be saying if you bring in give them a burger, some fries, a shake. You would have to, for me to even think about it, I need Lauren London in that bitch. I need Lauren London to actually want to be with me. Like, she actually has to be with me. Like, she actually has to really love me before I'm about to just tell y'all anything, bro. Lauren London got to come in that motherfucker. You feel me? And she got to love me. And she got to give me some coochie right there. And then we can leave, for real.
To the bathroom to smoke a cigarette. But the detective who followed him could not believe his eyes. Ronald had lit up the exact same brand of cigarette that was found at the crime scene.
Damn.
So back in the interrogation room, the detectives changed tactics, and they shifted their seating, sitting in front of the camera rather than having Ronald stay there, assuming that if he didn't feel that the camera was on his face, he might let something slip. And they were right.
And why? It was an accident.
No, nigga, no. It didn't have shit to do with him sitting over there. He was ready to tell y'all. He said after he smoked. Stupid.
Straight accident.
It was a trip.
It was an accident. Straight accident. It was a hair trigger. Whew. It was a hair trigger, and it was an accident.
Okay.
It was an accident. I swear to God, it was an accident. And I should have known that it was a hair trigger because I had accidentally shot. I had accidentally shot it that morning on accident. And I set out to take a car. It was something I'd done before when I was way younger.
Right.
But always in my mind, it was if the gun was just for something, so there wouldn't be much resistance. But it was an accident. I was in the hotel room that morning, and the gun went off. I had it in my hand, and it handed down. I barely touched them. the same thing happened later that evening. There. And when I got out, I noticed the police officer. At least he was dressed like a police officer. I guess he was like doing extra night duty or something. I mean, just an extra job.
Moonlighting, yeah.
Thing.
Right.
And I didn't see him at first when I parked the car. So then I kind of walked towards him because I wasn't sure if it was also police or not. So I walked towards him like I was looking for something. And then I was on the phone. And oh, yeah. I was on the phone. And I tried to play it off like I was looking for something. That's why I started yelling into the phone.
Okay.
And I went back to the car. And I saw him coming up, walking up to the car, and I took off. And I seen him on the radio in the mirror. And so I knew I couldn't get too far. So I left out that parking lot, went down the street, parked in another parking lot, and got up. I went to the hotel, but it was, I did not mean to shoot that woman. It was a hair trigger. And I didn't drag her out of the car. It wasn't like that.
Okay.
The gun went off. She said, "You shot me."
So how was she gonna take her with you? So you?
No, she got out of the car.
Oh, okay.
I didn't drag her out of the car.
Okay, all right.
It wasn't.
Different witnesses see things differently, especially when they hear something.
I did not drag that woman out of the car. Period. I wouldn't care what anyone say. I did not do that.
All right.
I didn't mean for the gun to go off in the first place.
You're just trying to get a car.
She got out of the car. And
oh, that's what the news said. That's why he's saying that. I'm trying to figure out why he said he didn't drag her out the car, and he's so adamant on that. The news said that, and now he didn't drag. Okay.
And she said, "Help." And I was getting in the car, and she said, "Help" again. Only lighter this time. And I drove off.
Panicked, right? I'm just trying to get out of there, I would imagine.
I just wanted to get out of there.
That's reasonable.
The woman didn't deserve this. I had no intention on doing that. It went off. Shocked the shit out of me. Because it wasn't drastic. And the only way I would really hurt somebody is if someone was trying to hurt me.
Ronald admitted that he had seen the perfect carjacking victim. A woman, alone, at night, with no one to protect her.
Nigga. And this is why motherfuckers be scared. This is why. I mean, let's be 100. Chat, you can, if it's your time to go, it's your time to go. It wouldn't matter if it was him. It wouldn't matter if she got hit by a semi truck. It wouldn't matter if she walked on a motherfucking street and got ran over by a fucking beetle.